Well, it's strange, but I adapted. Licenses used to be $13 for 1 month, 3 months for $40, and then there's other options, 6 months in a year. Well, now 1 month is $20, and the 3 months is, well, it wasn't $40, it was $36. So the 3 month option is exactly the same. So I was just like, yep, get the 3 month one. Instead of paying $20 for 1 month, pay $36 for 3. Yeah, people who are on the spectrum, which is why I say, like, a lot of the stuff that people attribute to autism or ADHD is actually just trauma-based. Because I don't know about ADHD, but with autism, they're 28 times more likely. Autistic teenagers are 28 times more likely to commit suicide than those who aren't on the spectrum, that are teenagers. And as adults, this is what I mean by it's a lot easier as an adult, and we're not 28 times more likely, we're 9 times more likely. So I have had people attempt to take their lives out. I've like friends attempt to take their life out. I have had people that I knew that weren't close friends. Like, what I mean by friend is like, they hang out with you not because they want something from you. Well, okay, they want your company, and they want your company and your time, but they don't want anything else. They just want to hang out with you. Just it's no other agenda. And they're not getting, they don't stab you behind the back, you know what I'm saying? Now, people can change, but at the time when someone's like that, and if they haven't done any of those things to me in the past, then I count them as a friend. This place is packed. We go to another store just across the road. Oh, and someone wants to come in, so... Yeah, it doesn't help when, because I heard a lot of people say this to other people I knew they were neurodivergent, like, you're taking up space and you're not really adding much value to the group, so you don't have any value here. You hear that on the daily when you're doing your best, or when you're younger and all that type of thing, or even when you're older, they just, but it's much easier to not tolerate that shit when you're older. And some of them, I know quite a few, people that were neurodivergent, and this is what I was questioning, was like, is it just a trauma thing, an abuse response? Because quite a few females that I knew, like, because we have arguments, and the black and white thinking was when I was younger, when I grew out of it. But the reason why the big arguments would happen is because it would be treated how the way we're being treated, and then when someone criticizes you and it's one of your own, that's like, you kind of you expect that to be a safe haven. And then because we hear, like, I don't know the exact numbers, but I saw something on TikTok today that we had 20,000 more negative reinforcements, negative feedback from those around us, community and parents and all that type of thing. 20,000 more negative feedbacks by the time we're 10 years old. Like, you're lazy, you're a weirdo, you're a freak, are you dumbass, are you stupid or something? And a whole bunch of other things. Now, if you hear that on the daily from your parents, from school teachers, and other kids at school and all this type of stuff, come on, it doesn't help. Alright guys, I'll let you guys go, because it does get better. So it's been proven statistically, as a teenager we're 28 times more likely to take our lives, but as adults we're 9 times more likely. And you know what? It works wonders when you get the employment breakthrough. And you've got to realise that that most people, when they say they have all these friends, it's not friend as in like, you know what? Even if I was struggling, or even if I was deemed to be not cool and I didn't fit in, these people would actually still want to hang out. We can go catch up and have a coffee, or go play, like, I used to play video games, but I ended up just talking to people, go around and visit them and all this type of thing, or organise a time to meet up sometime this week. Just because I become unpopular, or I don't fit in, or my life, I start to struggle because various things happen, doesn't mean that these people won't give me the time of day, and I can trust them not to stab me behind the back because they're my friends. A lot of people say they got a whole ton of friends, they got a whole ton of colleagues, but really it's just people they know, and these people stab them behind the back. These people do all sorts. I forgot to turn the car off. I put it into park and handbrake and just didn't turn it off. I would have taken the key out anyway, obviously. Got to lock the door. So when we say, well, I've only got I've only got 2 friends outside of work. Well, the 2 friends I have are like that. It's like, if I'm deemed unpopular, or I don't fit in, or if things turn hard in my life, these people don't knife me in the back, and they don't do it when I'm doing well. Well, they haven't actually seen me go through hard times, my version of hard times. Having an apartment. Well, when I say they seen, like knowing me for a decent period of time, like maybe I went through a rough situation for like a year or something, and they saw me go through it. But, my apartment, I got full-time employment, but there's a lot of things that, and with the whole girlfriend thing, again, I could have had girlfriends in my 20s. I could have had like another 2 or 3 girlfriends, because maybe in just one, and just stuck with it. Because again, back then I was dealing with the whole disease thing. I thought it was a disease and all this type of thing. I hadn't accepted it, so. And like attracts like. It's proven on Google that we are 12 times more likely to get into a romantic relationship and have kids with and marry and things like that. Someone else who is neurodivergent, or got was on the spectrum, in comparison to people who aren't. We're 12 times more likely to get another one as a partner. So just keep these things in mind, and again, if you got a couple of friends that are the type of friends that I described to you, that's the same story with the high majority of people out there, So difference is you don't play pretend. See you all.